Have you ever felt like the world was against you? Like your dreams were just too far out of reach? Let me tell you a story about a boy named Leo, who grew up in a tiny, weathered shack on the outskirts of a bustling city. His world was small, defined by dusty streets and the constant struggle for the next meal. While other kids played with shiny toys, Leo's treasures were the discarded books he found near the city library. He couldn't afford to go to school, but those books became his teachers, opening up a universe of possibilities far beyond his humble surroundings. Every night, by the dim flicker of a single candle, Leo would devour stories of science, art, and history. He dreamed of becoming an architect, of building magnificent structures that would touch the sky. People in his village would chuckle. An architect? Leo, be realistic. People like us don't get to have dreams like that. Their words were like stones, but Leo used them to build the foundation of his resolve. He knew, deep down, that his circumstances didn't have to define his destiny. He started small. He would gather scrap materials, bits of wood, discarded plastic, and pebbles and build miniature models of bridges and buildings he imagined. His hands were often calloused and dirty, but his mind was sharp and his vision was clear. He observed the city's construction sites from a distance, studying how steel beams formed skeletons and how concrete gave them strength. He filled countless notebooks with sketches, calculations, and ideas, teaching himself the principles of engineering and design. One day, a notice was posted in the city square, a national design competition for a new community library. The prize was a full scholarship to the country's most prestigious university of architecture. This was it. This was his one shot. Doubt crept in. He was just a poor boy with no formal training, competing against the best and brightest. But then he remembered the faces of everyone who told him it was impossible. He wasn't just doing this for himself. He was doing it to prove them wrong. For weeks, Leo poured his heart and soul into his project. He barely slept, fueled by passion and a fierce determination to succeed. He designed a library that was more than just a building. It was a symbol of hope. It featured sustainable materials, open spaces that invited the community in, and a rooftop garden that represented growth and new beginnings. It was a design born from his own life, a testament to the idea that knowledge could flourish even in the most barren of places. On the day of the presentation, he stood before a panel of stern-faced judges, his hands trembling as he held up his hand-drawn blueprints and his painstakingly crafted model. He spoke not with the polished words of a seasoned professional, but with the raw, honest passion of someone whose entire future was on the line. He told them his story, his vision, and why this library meant so much more than just a building to him. Years later, a magnificent library stood tall in the heart of the city Leo's design, and the young man who once read by candlelight became one of the most celebrated architects of his generation. Leo's story is a powerful reminder that it's not where you come from that matters, but where you decide to go. Your dreams are valid, no matter how big or impossible they may seem. So, what's your dream? Go after it. Prove that for you too. Nothing is impossible. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that inspire.